Greetings to the citizens of the Republic of the Gambia. Greetings to the citizens of the sister Republic of Senegal. Greetings to the citizens of the respective ECOWAS member states. Greetings to the citizens of the entire continent of Africa. The same greetings are being extended to other regions, people, societies, groups, families, individuals, institutions who have taken the decision to stand up against tyranny, terrorism, repression, oppression, domination, isolation, segregation, injustice, and the abuse of human rights wherever it is taking place on earth. On our Saturday prime time Yonbi program today, being the 3rd day of September, the year 2016, on Radio Hello Gambia, which will be simultaneously shared on Facebook and YouTube. This is your brother, ESSA BOKARR. Our theme today is the following: Mile 2 Central Prisons, Jeshwang Prisons, Janjambure Prisons, Maradona Detention Center in Tanje, Kombo North, Kanilai Detention Centers, Banjul International Airport Hangar, which is also another detention center, NIA Bambadinka, Bara Fort Bolen, and other undisclosed detention centers within the entire territory of the Gambia, including Sarengai, have been sending us signals of tearful faces, deaths without funerals, where dead bodies are left at the mercy of Kanilai crocodiles. That bitter side of Yaya Jammeh's legacy will relay more tales of pain, anguish, horror, sorrow, and deep wounds in the hearts of Gambians when Yaya Jammeh's regime is no more. Now, to that effect, that is what we are going to accompany with the following in-depth analysis. Gambians, please, after attending the rallies, meetings, listening to inauguration speeches, posting on the internet, reading what is being written, listening to what is being said in respect of the above points that have just been referenced, sit back, stoop down, and then think deeper than usual. Fix your minds on the dark side of a tyrant story. Never forget about the sisters who were raped and killed, the brothers who were tortured, sodomized, and killed, the elderly who were disrespected, tortured, and killed, the religious leaders like the late Imam Karamo Ture and Imam Baba Mukhtar Lee, and also Sirif Mohidin Haidara, not to forget Sirif Dino Haidara of Wasadu. Never forget that all those people faced the painful side and the bitter side of this tyrant in defense of our rights. Never forget parents who were tortured, killed, and buried without traces leading to their graves. Do not forget that responsible parents like the late Lamin Sane, permanent secretary, are parents who chose to differ from the status quo in thought and spirit, but paid a heavy price, some of whom left behind orphans and widows. Do not forget the bodies of soldiers who were soaked in the mud behind power machine and they are still there along Bond Road on the way to Wafinjago, Banjul. Do not forget when Amadou Jane was in shackles and chains. Do not forget the severe torture of former MP Demba Dem. Do not forget the pain Tamsir Jase, Abdoulaye Job, and others went through. Do not forget when Sarata Jabi was jailed while breastfeeding a baby. Do not forget baby Aisha, her mother, and the father. Do not forget Chief Ibrahim Mane's 90-plus-year-old father who was chased out of Usman Sonko's office. Sonko called the old man a bad man with a mocking laughter for that matter. Do not forget that Data Hydra died defending our rights to speak and write freely. Do not forget when Duta Kamaso was captured and silenced by rapists and torturers. Do not forget the bitterness and pain Mariam Jack Denton went through. Do not forget the April 10-11 victims like our nephew, brother Yusufa Mbai, and then my brother and our brother Asan Swali. Do not forget Sirif Mustafa Diba. Do not forget Al-Haji Bubakar Michael Balde. Do not forget those who died on December 30th, 2014. Do not forget the pain and anguish that the late Bishop Tilawa Johnson was made to pass through. Do not forget the Mile 29 who were butchered and their dead bodies have never been accorded a decent burial by their loved ones. Do not forget Nogoy Njai, Fanta Dabu, Fatmata Jawara, and others. Do not forget Uncle Femi Peters, and Uncle Kemese Jame, and others. Never forget the pain that Wajuara also went through under this very regime. Do not forget that right at this moment, lawyer Usenu Numukunda Dabu is denied good food, change of clothes, shower, and sunlight at Mile 2 Central Prison. Do not forget Amadou Sane's shocking video after he was tortured by Yankuba Baji. Do not forget Solo Sanding and the widows with orphans he left here with us. Do not forget that Jasaja Kujabi also was killed and left orphans and a widow behind. Do not forget Solo Koro, the 15 orphans with 3 widows he left behind. Do not forget the charred remains of Usman Koro Sise. Do not forget the insults and undiplomatic soundbites of Yahya Jammeh and his political jukeboxes. Do not forget the 26 Gambians who were killed and bombed in Libya while crossing or taking the back way to Lampedusa, Italy. Do not forget that we have over 10,000 Gambian refugees in Europe at this hour because home has been destroyed. Do not forget where thundering blunders are used as propaganda to cover decadence and the true nature of an inept tyrant. Do not forget Yahya Jammeh's speech on July 22nd, 1994. Revisit that speech, reflect on the contents of the chapter on his legacy. When you finish doing so, stop the pettiness, trivialities, blame games, indifference, naivety. Ultimately promise Gambia one thing in 2 words: never again, inshallah. Duty calls with these words: our children should not inherit a destroyed Gambia. Reconstruction begins in earnest. Live shows can be accessed on Radio Hello Gambia, which is supported by Banjul Focus Journal on www.banjulfocus.com, or you can call 319-527-6933. This is your brother, ESSA BOKARR C. Stay tuned. I'm going to do the translations in our local languages. Thank you.